Is there anything really more innocent than kids? They laugh and play together and aren't born to hate each other or themselves. But there's always a point when every child is taught that there's something different about them that makes them better or worse than other people.
Why is she the bad child?
Because she makes fun of everybody else's
Who has the skin color most adults like?
And show me the child who has a skin color most adults don't like.
Show me the child who has the skin color most children like. Show me the child who has the skin color most children don't like. Show me the child who has the skin color most girls want. Show me the child who has the skin color most girls don't want.
It's not surprising where kids get the belief that lighter is good and darker is bad. It's been broadcasted throughout our world for centuries. From soap ads advertising that black skin can be transformed into beautiful, white, silky skin through taking a bath, to billboards and commercials showing that lighter-skinned women are more attractive and have more success in life. This discrimination against someone's skin is called colorism, and it's taking over our world. Women are pressured to live up to the standard of having whiter skin by buying bleaching creams and chemicals to lighten their skin. These products are particularly bought in African and Caribbean countries, where men and women buy skin lighteners for cheap prices. But it comes at a horrible cost. The chemicals in these creams cause black and blue skin pigmentation, steroid acne, mercury poisoning, skin cancer, and brain damage. Skin lightening companies prey on the insecurities of darker-skinned people by promising them that their lighter skin will make them beautiful, intelligent, and accepted in their society.
Wow, you have the most beautiful glowing skin.
Now I have visibly fairer.
$400 million worth of skin whitening products is sold each year in India alone.
8 out of 10 women in Nigeria use skin lightening products, the world's highest percentage.
Skin lightening market in Asia Pacific alone is valued at over $13 billion.
In 2015 alone, the skin lightening industry was worth $10 billion. And by 2024, it'll be over $31.2 billion. Think about it. Everyone born in the early 2000s will be adults by then, and our problem will just keep getting worse. In East Asian countries, like Korea and China, pressure is put on women to conform to the ideal beauty standard through the makeup industry. Asian Pacific countries spent over $129 billion on the makeup industry alone in 2018. That's the most out of any region across the world. The push for lighter skin comes from a deeper history of Asian countries associating dark skin with the poverty and caste system, which marginalizes and prevents them from rising up within their society. Associating power with skin tone makes darker-skinned people feel the only way for them to be successful is by taking away parts of who they are so that they can fit in with people who don't even accept them.
Sometimes, distinguishing between colorism and racism can get tricky, particularly in Latin American communities, where someone's heritage might include a combination of indigenous, black, and white European ancestry. And let me give you a hint, it usually doesn't get better the darker you are. Mexican Americans with light skin earn more money, complete more years of education, live in more integrated neighborhoods, and have better mental health than do darker-skinned Mexican Americans. A 2012 study showed that employers viewed light-skinned Black and Latino job candidates as more intelligent than their darker counterparts. In Brazil, a model named Nayara Justino faced the impact of colorism head-on. In 2014, she entered a competition to become the reigning queen of the Globaliza Carnival, which is televised throughout Brazil. The title had always gone to a woman of Afro-Brazilian heritage, but Justino is Black and very dark-skinned, whereas previous winners were traditionally lighter-skinned. Despite that, she ended up winning the competition, only to have her title stripped away after the Brazilian public was up in arms because she was too Black to be the Carnival's queen. In this instance, the outrage over Justino's skin color came from both white and Black Brazilians. She was eventually replaced by Erica Mora, a lighter-skinned woman more in line with the color of previous winners. Colorism. It sucks.
In American countries has prevented thousands from getting equal education and job opportunities that they deserve because of stereotypes and discrimination.
To be white. What do you say to that?
I will say that as an adult, you decide to do things. It's like, do you guys condemn people who tan their skin? Is that something, do they do it because they hate themselves? No, it's a choice.
But wait, colorism doesn't just affect people of color.
Everyone says Allie's kind of like a little modern day Shirley Temple, but she would much rather look more like Beyonce.
Beyonce.
She's just always really liked dark skin and thought that it was beautiful. When Allison picks out her own toys, she won't pick out a peach doll. She will only pick out brown dolls. She's prayed before that Jesus would make her brown.
You ready to get spray tan?
I like tanning so I can get brown like Beyonce. I want to be this brown.
You want to be that brown? Well, let's see if we can do that for you. Can we hold that up here while we go spray tan?
Yeah.
She started going to these pageants and seeing the other little girls get their tans, and she just started asking, please, please, can I get a spray tan, please?
I want you to close your eyes and hold your breath, okay? And be real still.
She said, I don't want to be peach, I want to be brown.
Light-skinned Europeans and American women fall into the pressure in having to have the perfect complexion through tanning, which is instilled in them through a young age. Then you're pasty and pale.
Especially in middle and high school, being tan is like a status symbol. Everybody just likes to get as tan as possible and show off their tan lines and Instagram it all. Yeah, when I was younger, even Ken and I wrote on one of our to-do lists, our summer goal list, get ATAP as tan as possible, and we'd try to buy the best tanning oils and just lay out as much as we could just to get tan. But here's the problem, I'm Irish. My skin doesn't like to tan. Really, I just want to say, especially to young girls who are like me when I was young, naturally pale and you want to get tan, don't just sit out in the sun baking and burning your skin because that's so dangerous. Pale skin is beautiful, tan skin is beautiful, anything in between is beautiful. And I know that sometimes you feel like it isn't if it's on yourself, but honestly, just don't beat yourself up for your genes.
If we want to create a future where our lives are not controlled by our skin, it starts with the amount of diversity that we see in the media. Inclusive makeup lines like Rihanna's Fenty Beauty creates products that cater to women across all shades. It also takes leaders like Lupita Nyong'o, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Yara Shahidi, Elizabeth Warren, and so many other women that have helped to make it clear that color does not determine your intelligence or your beauty. Colorism is something that's affected everyone in one way or the other. When you compare yourself to your friend, or you see a model in a magazine who makes you think, if I was just a little lighter, just a little darker, then I would be perfect. Our world's ugly, ugly history of dividing people based on something as small as shade is nothing that we should use to determine our self-worth or value. As a society, we need to remember that stereotypes about a person's skin should not influence how we treat each other. It's going to be our responsibility to teach the new generation of kids that they are perfectly made in every way. We need to make sure that they don't feel the way that we do, so they don't feel abandoned and that they have to destroy their personality and themselves to look like someone else. They need to know that this generation of children will be loved and cherished for their character and not for their color.
So could you show me the good-looking child? So what are you thinking? I know you pointed to them all, but tell me what you're thinking.
I'm thinking that I do not care if they are black, white, mixed, or any